This company's baddies don't just rule the big screen. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 animated Disney Channel villains. For this list, we'll be looking at some of the most iconic, devious, and entertaining cartoon Disney scoundrels ever to dominate the airwaves. If you've never seen these troublemakers at their worst, there will be spoilers.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, and I think your friends might agree with me.
Number 10. Lord Dominator, Wander Over Yonder. As much as we love watching Lord Hater's hilarious dynamic with Wander, he's not the greatest villain in the galaxy.
Okay, time out! Fives! You could be the greatest in the galaxy! Again, mercy, please!
No, that title belongs to the tall, gorgeous, hyperactive baddie of Season 2, Lord Dominator.
That was...
Using only her resources and cunning, along with a few superpowers, she manages to outdo literally every villain in the universe and aims to obliterate the whole galaxy. Why? Because she just loves the thrill of being evil, or so it seems.
I'm not a little bird who needs your help to fly. Nope. I'm the bad guy.
In reality, she's more of a glorified schoolyard bully who lashes out because of loneliness, and secretly likes spending time with the dorks she tries to dominate. Tragically, the series ended before we could see her take the first step towards a fresh start.
Ugh! You guys are so weird! I'm leaving! Didn't want to destroy your goofy little galaxy anyway. You're all a bunch of dorks!
Number 9. Toffee, Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
Where did you come from?
I let myself in.
When?
After you hired me.
I hired you?
Out of all the monsters in Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Toffee is easily the scariest. He's cold, cunning, manipulative, and is basically immortal. Even if his entire body gets obliterated, he can orchestrate the means of getting a new one by possessing those beneath him. He's convinced that all magic is dangerous. It did cost him his finger after all. And so his ultimate end goal is to wipe out all magic from the universe by any means necessary.
Who's the better leader? Ludo? Or me?
While Star eradicated him once and for all, we later find out that he was kind of right about magic being too dangerous. But being right doesn't mean he isn't despicable.
So I have to destroy the magic. I guess this means Toffee was right.
Surprise!
Number 8. Cassandra, Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure. It turns out that Mother Gothel had an actual daughter before she adopted Rapunzel, Cassandra.
Where is she? Where is the princess?
Abandoned as a little girl, Cassandra was taken in by the captain of the guards and would eventually become Rapunzel's lady-in-waiting and most loyal friend.
Raps, you're my best friend. Please don't leave me.
When Cassandra found out the truth about her past, she did not take it well. She went completely rogue against her so-called friend and vowed vengeance no matter how many lines she crossed.
I tried to warn you, Rapunzel. You have to be careful who you trust.
She wanted to prove her worth, and she did in a big way, by becoming one of the most dangerous enemies in the entire kingdom. However, there are darker forces pulling her strings, meaning that she isn't beyond redemption.
Want me to be the bad guy? Fine. Now I'm the bad guy.
Number 7. Magica Dispel, DuckTales franchise. Glomgold may be Scrooge's main rival for the title of richest duck in the world, but we're giving this one to the malevolent Magica Dispel. In the original series, she's a sorceress seeking to steal Scrooge's beloved number 1 dime.
Ah, Scrooge! You had better be watching out! This time, Magica has finally found perfect way to be stealing lucky dime!
In the reboot, she was actually imprisoned within the dime, but managed to escape thanks to her sentient shadow Lena.
Dormant magic now unchained. The Shadow Queen, behold again!
No matter the incarnation, the character remains the same. A mistress of dark magic and sneaky trickster who'll stoop to any level to conquer the world.
Zap in the future, this Scrooge McDuck! Now with that fool McDuck trapped in future, his #1 dime will be mine!
Unfortunately for her, she can overdo her schemes a bit, and they're almost guaranteed to backfire.
So you're using some weird doohickey? Isn't magic your whole thing?
You really don't have any powers left. I don't need you. You need me!
Number 6. Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, Phineas and Ferb. It's easy to see why Doofenshmirtz became evil. His childhood was a complete mess, and his parents were just awful.
And our beloved Lono was repossessed. Who would protect our Zatzenfruit garden from witches' spells and wood trolls? From a tender age, my father decided that it would be me.
Now that he's grown and has a wide array of innator inventions, he aims to take over the entire tri-state area.
Behold, the abominable abominator.
Unfortunately for him, he's not very villainous, and Barry the Platypus foils him almost every time, but he's definitely persistent.
Ah, Barry the Platypus, what an unexpected surprise. And by unexpected, I mean completely expected!
However, there's one thing more important to him than his harebrained evil schemes: the happiness of his teenage daughter Vanessa. Ultimately, he gives up being evil in the end, where he may reach even greater heights than he could as an evil scientist. Who knew?
Professor Time, my name is Milo Murphy, and we need your help.
Wait, you're not the pizza delivery guy. This is my pizza delivery guy trap.
Number 5. Mosenrath, Aladdin. It was tough to decide between this guy and Mirage, evil incarnate herself. But ultimately, our choice villain from the Aladdin series is Jafar Jr. himself, Mosenrath.
Think of it as a test. The good news is, you passed.
This arrogant sorcerer rules over the land of the Black Sand, but has set his sights on conquering every kingdom in the 7 deserts. And why stop there?
I single-handedly conquered the land of the Black Sand. I became the most powerful sorcerer of our age. And that's only the start. I will rule the 7 deserts. Sure. But how many parties do you get invited to?
He harnesses a wide array of mystical artifacts to further his goals, his go-to trinket being a gauntlet that slowly drains the life out of him and decays his arm. He's hardcore when it comes to power. Regardless of his crippling weakness, he remains cunning, sadistic, and almost equally matched against our favorite street rat. However, we can't help but wonder, is Mosenrath related to Jafar somehow?
You ever hear of Jafar? You know, a tall guy, kind of snaky?
Number 4. Bill Cipher, Gravity Falls.
Oh, Gravity Falls, it is good to be back!
Bill Cipher is literally what nightmares are made of, a dream demon stuck between dimensions with a sadistic sense of humor and an eye for making accords.
You deserve a prize! Here, have a head that's always screaming!
We've stressed over and over how you shouldn't make a deal with the devil, but making a deal with Bill is objectively worse because it gives him free access to your mind and your body if he wanted. That alone is bad enough. But if he ever managed to escape into the real world, he'd have all the power of the cosmos on his side and could plunge the world into a nightmarish, chaotic apocalypse. Thankfully, it is possible to outsmart him and end his reign of terror. But who knows for how long.
It's happening to me!
Number 3. Shigo, Kim Possible.
If you just tell me what to do, I could do it!
What did we agree on?
I don't touch anything.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, a group of siblings were gifted incredible powers and became a squad of superheroes named Team Go. However, the sister Shigo left the team to pursue a life of villainy as a mercenary for hire.
You people wonder why I quit?
While she's technically a freelancer, she's usually seen as the sidekick to mad genius Dr. Draken, though it's clear who the real genius between them is. And it's not Draken.
Come on, why do you want to join some super dorky club?
To prove that I am brillianter than a lot of them!
Brillianter?
Most smartest, whatever. I'm a scientific genius, not an linguist.
Linguist.
It's hard to tell what Shigo's deadliest asset is. Her glowing green energy, her temper, or her sarcastic nature. Either way, she's unquestionably Kim Possible's most formidable foe, able to personally go toe-to-toe with Kimmy and come back for more, even if she usually gets her clock cleaned. Number 2. Negaduck, Darkwing Duck and DuckTales.
What do you do if Darkwing Duck shows up?
Something like that, but worse.
In the original series, there were actually 2 incarnations of Negaduck. One was DW's evil half accidentally personified by Megavolt. Another, and our personal favorite, is DW's fiendish twin from the Negaverse and leader of the Fearsome Five. While Darkwing is our good-natured hero, his devious doppelganger is ruthless and psychotic, and dominates his homeworld with an iron fist.
Because I said...
He hopes to become public enemy number 1 in his goody-goody twins world, and there's no level of depravity he won't stoop to achieve it. He'll even impersonate DW just to ruin the hero's good name.
Maybe pretending to be Darkwing Duck is a rotten trick. But then, I'm Negaduck, a rotten kind of guy.
With Darkwing's involvement in the 2017 DuckTales reboot, there's a chance that Negaduck will make a comeback, even more demented than the original.
They want grim and gritty, huh? Happy to play the part.
I'm still reeling from the betrayal that was Cassandra's arc on the Tangled series. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Would you want it?
No. But I mean, I...
Go on, admit it. You are better than Big Nose.
Well, yes, I guess I am.
Going down.
Attention!
This is the worst.
Poor James, having to call his mom and dad himself just because he's new.
In the Ferb. Let's not be coy. You know I hate to eat on the run.
Any last words?
Well, considering the occasion, I have just 2. Let's dance.
I am your doom. I am North 4A2.
I am unimpressed.
Your heavy-handed ways are useless against North 4A2.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. David Xanatos, Gargoyles. While Demona is definitely the Manhattan Clan's most malicious personal foe, she's also arguably her own worst enemy.
I don't believe it. He actually did it. And the sun is so warm. I never dreamed it would feel this good.
Inversely, our number 1 pick holds all the cards in this game.
He set up his own assassination attempt.
But why?
He wants your brother. And what David Xanatos wants, he gets.
Xanatos' only desires are immortality and the well-being of himself and his family. He could take over the world if he wanted, but why waste his time trying? He never stews over his losses.
And having underestimated Goliath once before, I needed to know what he was capable of as well. All in all, I'd say the test was most informative.
He considers revenge beneath him, and focuses on the bigger picture by steering every possible outcome towards his benefit. There's a reason the trope is called the Xanatos Gambit.
He doesn't have to hide his plans from you. There's not a thing you can do to stop him. He's the most brilliant man on the face of the earth.
Unquestionably, his most successful plot was making the arrangements so that the gargoyles would awaken from their slumber, effectively setting the entire series in motion.
You are the last of your kind.
Why have you done all this?
I was fascinated by the Megas' story. I wanted to see if it was true. And now that I know it is, I want to be your friend. There is much we can do for each other, Goliath.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.